What is up, everybody? Kelfka here, back with another video around Diablo 4 Season 1. We got the Malignant Hearts, and we're going to find out. We're really going to try to dive into this. Not going to be a super long video, but I'm just going over Sorcerer because that is what I'm going to play. So I want to look at each one, see how it might benefit me in my current spec, maybe. These hearts, if I had them here, anywhere. And just talk about what the hearts actually do and maybe how they could be used in a build. So we're going to start through the first one here. These are the general, right? So we got all of these general ones that can be used by any class. They are 4 different types of hearts. There is utility, defense, offense, and there is the ultimate ones, which are different colors. I think the ultimate's black, and I think the other ones are other ones. There's an ad here. Wow, picked the wrong website to look at this. So we'll start off with the first one. Critical strikes electrically charge the enemy for up to 2.5 seconds, causing lightning arc between them and other charged enemies, dealing up to 136 lightning damage. So this might be good for an all crit build, is stacking crit as much as possible. Uh, There's something that I would definitely play around with. I am probably going to be leveling lightning because I haven't really tried it out. I've played Arc Lash. I've played, which considered lighting, I guess, but it's totally beast of its own. Played Blizzard, played the hybrid Ice Shards, played Ice Shards. I tried the Ball Lightning spec too, but I am currently Arc Lash, and I don't think I'll play Arc Lash. I don't think it's going to be powerful enough, so we'll see. All right, so then we got the Dark Lance every 5 seconds, while above 60% life. Core skills cost 68 to 51 life. Instead of your primary resource, skills consumes damage increased. So this consumes life, and we don't necessarily have life a lot. I mean, it would be cool to see some big numbers with this, so we might try it. We might try this out, but I don't know if that's going to be that important of a heart. And then we got Tempting Fate. Tempting Fate, you gain 60% critical damage. That's another thing about this little tip. So I don't know how soon. I think these are going to drop like right away, pretty much. Except for it says World Tier 3, whatever it is. Okay. So there's a couple that might drop not in World Tier 3. But if you get a high roll, like 2.5 seconds, when you're in World Tier 3, or you get the high crit of 60%, that's something you might want to keep. Just like the aspects. You might not want to just throw it in a piece of gear because you cannot, let me state this, you cannot remove these. And when you destroy the item, it does not go away either. So, or it does not come back. So it is important to know when you are putting these hearts in, you want it in that piece of gear. All right, so you gain 60% critical strike damage, but non-critical strikes. See, I kind of like this. That's a huge buff. We lost some damage. Uh, we lost some damage, right? We know we did. All of our critical strike damage was reduced. So when I have critical strike damage on like my weapon, lightning critical strike there. When I have critical strike damage on a ring, lightning critical strike damage there, critical strike damage there, and lightning critical strike. So those have been nerfed. But when you take a look at your stats here, and the critical strike damage, that used to be so high. I think it was like a 120. So 60% of that would be, I don't know, what 60% of 10 is. That's 6 times 7, 42. So we're right about the same, 120. Like right around 120. So that brings your damage pretty far back. So that actually, could you imagine if it wasn't there? If these nerfs didn't happen, you'd be doing crazy damage. I think that'd be too much. I don't know. So I think this is going to be really cool to mess around with. I'll use the Twisting Fate, play with it. Hopefully get a high roll on it. Then we have some other defensive ones. The Lionheart. You gain 10% barrier regeneration. You heal 3 to 7 life per second. We have an active barrier. Well, the good news is everything I do, and I'm in town right now, but for a sorcerer, you click 1, 2, 3, 4. it gives you a barrier. So that actually is going to be pretty useful. So we might see some builds with that in it. All right, we got Revenge. This is interesting. 20% of the incoming damage, instead of being suppressed, when you use a defensive skill, all suppressed damage is amplified by 250 and explodes, dealing up to 2,000 fire damage to nearby enemies. So that if that works with burning with the enchantment Firebolt, if that works here, that's actually gonna be really good. Because I use, like I said, again, a lot of defensives. So that might be something to play around with too. So I would check that out um, when the patch comes out, or season 1 comes out. I mean tomorrow, which tomorrow 1 p.m. Eastern time. This guy going to be doing some grinding live on YouTube. So please tune in. Hit the subscribe button so you can see when I come out and play. But it's gonna be right at 1 p.m. That's the goal. I do like go get my passport or something stupid, but we'll figure out that. All right. So then we have the Prudent Heart. You become immune for 2 to 4 seconds after you lose more than 20% of your life a single hit. This can only occur every 110 seconds. See, this is what's interesting, these items. And I feel like you're going to have lots of items in this season. So 110 seconds is a long time. So if I throw that on real quick, gear swap it out, gear swap it back, and I get the proc, yeah, that's actually something I would consider doing. I mean, I know it's a lot of buttons to press, but hey, I used to play World of Warcraft and I'd press 19,000 buttons on my keyboard. So if I can't switch a piece of gear real quick, then, whatever. All right, determination. Resources draining of effects are 50% less effective. In addition, gain 8% resource. So this could synergy with some things that I'm a feeling that this determination could do some synergy, like some synergy. Oh, synergy. Yeah, we'll see. So I'm not sure exactly what yet. I'm gonna have to play around with that one too. That one seems pretty interesting. Deal 680 fire damage surrounding enemies whenever your crocodile item is removed from you. Skills fireball. See, I feel like the general ones that they're not bad for sorcerer. I'm sure they're not bad for other classes too, but we're talking about sorcerer here. We're trying to play source. We're trying to get them out of everyone's tier list that says they're the last, they're D, they're dog crap, or whatever they are. Um, well, no, we don't want that. All right, so then the pact, the bonus every 20 seconds. Okay, oh, this is the super, right? This is the super, yeah. Malignant pack. So gain 20% attack speed is one of them. Uh, core and basic skills have a 15% to fully restore your resource. That's pretty good. And brutal, every 21 seconds gain a barrier absorbing damage. We get more barriers. We need our barriers to do damage. That's what we need. That'd be dope. All right, so a couple more here. Creeping Death, another super, Raffle. Those are the ones that are super hard to get apparently. This is good. I mean, this has got to be good, right? I would assume. All right. I mean, it feels good. Your damage over time effects increase by 30 to 40% for each crowd control effect on the target. So we do a lot of crowd control text on the effects on the targets. Unstoppable monsters and staggered boss take. Oh, do you want to kill some bosses? Okay. Could probably kill some bosses with that. I see you. That's gonna stack. That's gonna be another weapon change, I think, or an item change. Not you're gonna have a lot of items. That's it's what I'm saying is you're not gonna want to just have, okay, I got my best three. No, you're gonna be swapping these. And I think the devs are gonna talk about that on Friday. I bet they are. Well, maybe they're not. Who knows what they're gonna talk about? They're gonna try to ask for everyone's forgiveness, but say there's a plan or something crazy. All right, last one. Critical strikes. Damage with 4 seconds is absorbed by your target. So all damage. And then the absorbed damage erupts onto surrounding enemies. Stored damage is increased by 10% per second. 10% per second. That one's going to be a little confusing to use. I feel like that would be just waiting a little bit too long for everything to happen. So I don't know if I would I don't know if I get into that one as much. So all right, let's go to the class specifics. Uh, okay, so this is where Sork got a little bit of help. So they got the Tell Rashes, and I think that was an item before Tell Rashes. Comment below if that was an item. I don't remember in one of the Diablos, maybe Diablo 2. All right, for each unique element you deal damage with, you deal 12% increased damage for 3 seconds. So for each element you do damage with, so that means I have to Fireball, Ice Shard, and then I gotta wave my Arc Lash around, and then I could do 36% damage for 30 seconds or 10 seconds. No, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. That seems pretty powerful. I mean, I like doing 12% more damage for 10 seconds. That's another like build you'd have to really figure it out. So that is interesting right there as well. After taking elemental damage, gain 20 to 40% resistance to that element for 5 seconds. So after taking element, so a lot of times, like in your high level nightmare, you take elemental damage like fire, for instance. Guess what happens? You flop over instantly. So you don't even want to take elemental damage and then gain resistance. So like, how's that gonna help me out? That doesn't feel like I picked the wrong website to go to. I don't even know what this is. Nice job, Icy Veins. All right, so not my favorite one. We'll just act like that's not even here. Could I delete that? Nope, it doesn't let me delete it. That sucks. Okay. All right. So Spite, when you are infected with a crowd control effect, there is a 40% chance that the enemy around you and you are also infected with the same effect for 3 seconds. I mean, Blizzard or Hydras or something like that. Maybe. Maybe. Probably not gonna use it. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. All right. So this is World Tour 4. This is the one I'm probably most excited about because. All right, so let's just read it first, and then I'll give you my idea. Core skills that launch a projectile, consume all your mana. So I cast. Let's see. Let's see. I don't even know. Okay, I cast an ice shard. It's 25 mana right now if I had it. So I cast an ice shard. All my mana's gone, but I had 150 mana. For every 35 extra mana consumed, you launch an additional projectile. Damage is increased by 3 to 5%. So that means I would cast, I'm down to 125. I cast three more times. I was able to cast for free. Actually, it's 4 times if I had 150 mana. I was able to cast one ice shard and 4 came out. And then it was 5% more damage. I don't know if that's 4 times 5%. So they're all 5% extra damage. But it seems like it is if you're reading it like that. So I like this is something that's fun to play with, fun to theory craft around, I guess, or just make a build around, I guess. So here's a developer note. So caged hearts cannot be traded between players because we want the hearts to feel like an achievement for slaying the challenging monsters. However, the jewelry containing the sockets can be traded. So that's kind of cool. So hopefully, I'm gonna try to level pretty fast. Hopefully I could get some extra gear for everyone, just spread the love on the channel. That's what I want to do. To ensure multiple sources are available for the cage starts that players have earned. Okay, so yeah, like this is crazy. Cause you pair this Omni Power and you pair it with, excuse my ads. That is crazy. They're making so much money. I don't even do ads. All right, so with this, 60%, you gain 6% critical damage, but you're shooting out 4 or 5 of your spells. I mean, that could be very powerful, and it could be exciting, and it could be fun to use. So we know that our vulnerable damage is down. We know that our damage is down at 207. Actually, it wasn't even that. 270 is what I was before that. So we know we have some gaps in our current build, but we have some hope. There is high hopes in it. You know that song? All right. So, oh shoot, what if I had that on in the proct five times 280. Like there's some crazy stuff that you could find, right? There's some crazy things that could happen, and I'm excited to hopefully get all these items, get all these hearts, get all these things, and show you guys what it could do. And that is it what I have for the video. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. I will have a cool video that I posted around the Sorcerer patch. Hopefully it's cool. And then you could sub too. This one's this one's a sub. This one's gonna be the video. Somewhere around there. Who cares? So appreciate you guys watching. Thank you and adios. See you on the stream 1 p.m. Eastern. Lego!